So Molly, thanks for taking time for us today. You know, we're all about entrepreneurism and looking at Momentum and all that it offers. Can you give us a little bit clearer insight as to what Momentum does here in Calgary?
So Momentum is a really great not-for-profit here in Calgary because not only do they spend their time and resources educating the public on financial literacy issues, they also take it a step further and don't focus on just getting people into careers, but instead also starting businesses, which is the business development program that I work with here at Momentum.
That is awesome. So when we look at that, what does business development, what makes a good entrepreneur? What are some of the key assets somebody needs?
There are so many checklists out there as to what makes a really good entrepreneur, but in my experience, an entrepreneur is just someone who really loves what they do. They have a passion about their idea, and they're not willing to stop until they have reached their mark. I've seen so many different people, and the ideas are very difficult. They have very lofty goals, and the difference between success and not is often just how hard they're willing to work and how much they're willing to sacrifice for it.
Now, with you having a financial background and coming to Momentum and helping to business coach these people to the next level, what are, if you were to give us a few key tips or ideas around next step for success, what would that be?
Well, I would say the biggest thing would be to not be terrified by the numbers. It's a very normal thing for people to just focus on the idea, focus on the customer, focus on everything, and just be too afraid to open their books. But I don't find that that necessarily helps from the next step standpoint. So my biggest tip would just be to get very familiar with the books. We have a term here or a reference that we call Financial Fridays, where we try to get most of our new entrepreneurs to open their books at least once a week. And who doesn't love alliteration? So we picked Friday. And that way, you know exactly where you're going, what you're doing right, what needs to be looked at, and what to go from there.
And here in Calgary right now, we need entrepreneurs, right? So what are some different areas that you're seeing people advancing into with entrepreneurialism?
Well, one thing that I really love about Momentum is that I've seen everything. Coming from a commercial banking background, we didn't deal a lot with very many restaurants, just because of the risk portfolio. Whereas here, there's food, there's makeup, there's skincare, there's construction, there's just, if there is an idea for a business, it is here. And I think that that's so wise because we are living in a time where, working for a company for 40 years and hoping that you get this amazing pension, it's not a thing anymore. Definitely. It's no longer as safe to just be an employee. In the world of layoffs and, minimum wage and the cost of actually living, if you have an idea, it just makes sense to become an entrepreneur. And I think Alberta is a great province to do that in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Molly. This is wonderful.